Okay, so the first thing we're gonna make today, you all, we're gonna make dill, tuna, or chicken salad. So, so Calvin, do you have chicken or tuna today? Do you have?
Yeah.
So, what do you have, Donna? Do you have chicken or tuna?
I have tuna.
I have tuna too. Yeah, okay. So Calvin has chicken. I have tuna. Great. So he has his mayo up. So we have mayo too. So what is tuna? Tuna is what?
Protein.
Protein. Very good. We have Vanessa to know our food groups, right? So is chicken. Those are both proteins. And then we are going to use a cucumber. Did everybody have a cucumber? It's my cucumber. My cucumber.
Cucumber, got cucumber. One cucumber.
Yep, got a cucumber. Right, and that's a vegetable, right?
Yeah, green vegetable.
Green vegetable.
Cucumber, got cucumber.
See, and Susie has a nice looking cucumber too.
Right, everybody's got the cucumber.
All right, and then we have scallions. They're also called green onions, right? Right, they look like this.
Scallions, yeah.
Like this.
Onion.
Oh, what's
Green
that?
vegetables.
Did you just if you just get a regular onion, that'll work too, right?
Okay.
If you just got an onion that looks like this, that'll work too. We can use both, right? So we have this one, or you can also just chop up a regular onion.
Onion. I got onion.
Yeah, perfect. So that'll work too.
Okay, what do you, Calvin, do you have any onions? See, he still has the cucumber.
Yeah. So if any kind of, I mean, really any onion will work. You can also, there's also something called, I'll just show you guys. We have something called a shallot, which is a small onion. You see that?
What is that?
It's a shallot. It's a kind of onion, right?
Right.
See how much smaller it is though than this? See how it looks a little different? It has a little different, it has a little different flavor to it. Yeah, but so you've got your onion, that works great. So we just want to we want to add some oniony flavor to this. So if you can use this and you can use a regular onion, either one will work. So that's good. So that's the kind of nice thing about cooking, right? Is you can substitute. If you don't have the right thing, you can come up with something else that will work. Okay, then we have our dill, right? And dill is a vegetable, it's an herb. It smells really, Don, have you smelled your dill? You should smell your dill. It smells really nice, I think.
Donna, did you smell yours? Open your container and smell yours. See how it smells. Okay.
Yeah, I did. What I do with it? What I do with your dill? Oh.
Dill like that.
Your dill was in there. There we go. You should open it up and smell it.
Yep.
Okay. Then we're going to use... So we're going to use some yogurt in this, right? So I have this is just a plain yogurt. Right? And then we're also going to use some mayo. So I have a reduced calorie mayo that uses like avocado oil, right? So that's the mayo. And if you wanted to, instead of using both of these, you could just use the yogurt if you wanted to.
Okay.
But
Calvin's showing both. He's got the
he's got both.
And he's got the yogurt.
Perfect.
So so you said you could use the yogurt or mayonnaise?
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's good to use a mix, and the yogurt is better for you. It has a different kind of fat in it than the mayonnaise, so it's a little healthier for you. Okay, so we want to err on the side of using the yogurt more than the mayonnaise, but in this one we're going to use both. And then for the other thing we have is Dijon mustard, right? And that's like a spice. That's a spice.
Nice.
So there we go. Everyone has their mustard.
There, Donna has it.
Yep.
Calvin, do you have the mustard? Calvin had the mayonnaise again.
His mustard.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Okay, let me see your mustard.
Got it.
Pull your mustard out.
Mayonnaise.
What's that? Oh, mayonnaise, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. So you got your mayonnaise too. Excellent. You did a good job. So, and the last thing is we're going to add some pepper. So does everyone have a little bit of pepper? It's okay. You can leave it out if you want to. I do think it adds a little bit of spicy. Oh, there we go. We got some pepper.
Okay, Donna's got her pepper. Calvin, do you have pepper?
No.
No pepper?
It's okay. You can leave it out. You can leave it out.
You might not want pepper.
Okay, so first thing we're going to do, everybody, is what? Wash our hands. Does everyone wash their hands?
I already washed mine.
You did? Okay, so you're already on. I'm going to wash mine.
Man, I'm washing my hands.
You already washed yours too? Okay. I'm washing mine right now. Okay, my hands are now clean. So this is going to be my dinner tonight too. So this is what I'm making for dinner.
Raise your hands. Don't wash it again.
So the
What
first.
about this canned tuna? Is this all right?
That's perfect.
Yes.
That's what I have too, right? I have canned tuna as well.
I do too.
So we wanted 2 cans of it. So 2 5-ounce cans. I have 5-ounce cans. Usually, what size is yours, Donna?
I used one.
Use one. That's okay. How much? How it looks big though. What does it say on the side? How many ounces it is? Does it say? If you look on the side, like right here.
I don't know.
Maybe Ricky can help her with that. Ask Ricky. Ricky, can you check?
12 ounce.
Perfect. So that's great. So that yours will work great with this recipe. Then 12 ounces will work great. So we don't have to adjust anything for you. I just wanted to see if we had to adjust. So what we want to do is we want to open up our cans, right? Do we all have our cans of tuna or chicken? I think Calvin has chicken, and then the 2 of us have tuna.
Yeah, he just. Okay, Calvin, have staff to help you open your can of tuna, okay?
Okay.
Just like Jennifer's getting ready to do.
So I'm gonna open mine.
Hi, Claudia.
I gotta use that.
I did open.
You getting it opened? Okay. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all the extra liquid out, right? So if you can see me over here, right? I'll turn this can so you can see. Right, I'm gonna squeeze it out like that. This isn't. I'm doing this into my sink. I'm not just doing it randomly. Or you can do it into a bowl. But we don't want to kind of get rid of that extra liquid. It takes a little bit of the salt out of it too. So we just want to get rid of that. Okay, then we can take the lid off and throw the top part away. So there's my tuna. And so we'll put that can in a bowl. Right? Put that in the bowl.
Had a crack in it.
Okay.
Calvin, have you put your tuna in the bowl?
I think he was.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, very
All right.
good.
And so I have one more can. Donna only has 1 can. Do you have 2 cans, Calvin?
You want to open 2 cans?
No, you just need 1 because you have a 12-ounce can. So you just do the 1. You're fine. You got a bigger size, which is great.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to open up my second can. My cats are gathering over here because they can smell the tuna. I don't know if you can see them. They're over here on the floor. They're like, they smell the tuna. They're excited.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Donna's
So I'm gonna do this again.
Donna's got hers in the bowl.
Okay.
Calvin, you've got your tuna in the bowl.
Okay. I'm getting the extra liquid out of mine again. And so we'll have our tuna all be in the bowl. All right. Okay. So that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? So you want to kind of break it up a little bit with a fork, so that it's not quite so chunky.
Get you a fork.
How many cans of tuna?
So 2 cans so you want to have about 5 to 10 to 12 ounces. So you can have 2 small cans or 1 big can.
Oh.
Okay.
Hi, Jermaine.
Ah.
Oh, Jermaine's on.
Yeah.
Hey, Jermaine.
Hi. We
We
tried.
can't see you. We hear you, but we can't see you. Can you turn your video on, maybe?
Well, try to do other things. I'll see.
Okay. Well, we're glad you're on.
Yeah.
Get your man.
So are you cooking today,
There you
Jermaine?
go.
Or are you just watching?
You were there.
Okay. All right. So once we have our tuna in the bowl, we're gonna and it's broken up. We're gonna set it aside. So let me know when you're done. And then we're gonna get our cucumber ready.
What did I miss?
So what we did, Jermaine, is we opened up our if you're making the salad with tuna or chicken, we opened up our cans. If you have, are you making it today? Or are you just watching?
Mm-hmm.
So we opened up our cans of tuna and we drained out the extra liquid and we put our tuna or chicken in a bowl. That's where we are so far.
I got one in
Is that mine?
Okay, everyone's ready?
1 can of tuna in the bowl.
Okay.
Okay,
down.
that's good.
Second one is gonna go down. You're not doing nothing.
Okay, so your mom's helping you. So are you putting the tuna in a bowl now, Jermaine?
Donna, you have yours in the bowl? You have
Yeah,
your tuna
she's in the bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in the
Great.
bowl.
All right, great.
Okay, so when you're done with that, you can set it aside, and then you're going to get your cucumber. We all have our cucumber?
Huh?
We have your
Calvin, you
cucumber.
have your cucumber? You
Yeah,
had
I
it
think he
before.
had it out earlier.
There
Very
you go.
good.
He's got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he's using one from last week. So what we want to do with this one, last time we didn't do this, but this time we're going to take off the peel. So if you guys have a peeler, do you guys have like a peeler kind of looks like this? Do you have any-
Yeah, my husband got one.
Okay, so we'll get
somewhere.
one for you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the peel off. So you just take it, can you see, like this? And you just run it down the side, right? And it comes off like that.
We need that. I need to go wash my hands.
So,
You gotta peel it.
right, like this.
You gotta peel it. You gotta peel it. You gotta peel
We're
it.
gonna take that, we're gonna take the peel off.
You
Again,
gotta
take
peel
our
it.
time, because we don't wanna cut ourselves. So just take our time. And you don't have to get every little piece of it. It's okay if you leave a little bit behind.
Okay, Donna's got a peeler now. Calvin, do you have your peeler?
Gotta peel it.
Very good.
Very good.
Cucumber.
Yeah, you peel the cucumber.
That's right. Peel the skin off the cucumber. All right.
No, hold on. It's okay.
He's getting
I'm
one up
not
there.
sure the cucumber
How,
big.
how you doing,
We
Jermaine?
got a big one.
Let me do that.
We got a
Oh,
big
you're good.
one.
You got yours going. Okay,
Yeah.
Jermaine's doing well over there.
Okay.
You wanna do it?
How large is the
You wanna
cucumber?
do
How
it?
much
Okay,
cucumber?
So we're taking the
Donna
peel
says she
off
wants
the
to try it, so I'm
cucumber.
gonna let her cut it.
Okay.
Let her
Okay.
give it a go.
So let me know how you'll show me, you guys, when you're done, so we can see how your cucumber
Righty.
looks. Because then we'll go to the next step. The hardest part of this whole thing is the cucumber. This is our biggest task today is the cucumber.
Oh, okay. We can see Donna.
Donna looking great.
Yeah.
Okay, and now so you keep turning it. Perfect. Oh, that
Right.
looks great. Okay,
That
and
is
again,
good.
if you leave a
Great
little,
job.
if you leave a little bit of peel behind, don't worry about that. That's fine. It's good for you. So don't worry about if you leave any behind.
Ah, wait a minute.
Calvin's got a serious looking knife there. Okay,
There you go.
very good. That looks great, Jermaine. That looks perfect.
Right. Oh,
Okay.
good.
Okay, so
Calvin,
what
did you
we're
get
gonna,
yours peeled yet?
I think so.
Yeah.
Calvin, show us
Okay.
your.
You want to hold it up so we can see it, Calvin?
Let's see your cucumber, Calvin. There we go. Yep, he's got it. He's
Oh,
already
great.
cutting
Okay.
it. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna cut the ends off, right? So we're gonna cut each little kind of the butt ends where there's a little stem. We're gonna cut those off. Each little butt gets cut off. Right, like that. So now it's gonna look like this, right? It's gonna have a flat end and a flat end. And once we do that, we're gonna then cut it in half down the middle,
Say what?
so you can see all the seeds inside.
Like that.
And then we're gonna cut each one of those in half again. So we're gonna have four. So now they kind of look like a big pickle, don't they?
Cut it in half.
So they
Right.
look like that.
Okay, I think they're still trying to cut. Donna's still trying to cut.
Okay.
We're still trying to cut too.
That one is enough.
Okay, Jermaine's still cutting also.
Okay. So let me know when you get to when you have them in quarters like
What we
this,
doing
right?
next?
Now,
Cut it in half.
Vanessa, can you have cucumbers? Vanessa?
Yes.
Can you eat cucumbers?
Yes.
Okay.
He's doing.
Do you usually put it in a salad? Do you have it in a salad?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay, sometimes.
So when you all are here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the seeds out next, right? So you have all these seeds in here. See all the seeds? We're gonna take those out. And all you need to do is kind of stand it on its end, and you take the knife and you just sort of cut those out.
On this one.
So then you have your seeds here. We're not gonna use those. We're gonna use this part.
So you cut it like this?
Yeah, that looks
Yes.
perfect. Yes, that looks great.
I eat that stuff.
Right?
So you said you got to cut the seeds out, or you wash them out?
No, you just cut them out. Here, I'll show you again. So you can see me. I have mine right here. Right? I'm gonna put it like this, and you just take your knife and you just kind of slide it down,
Oh,
Cut it out.
cut it out, and so then you just have
Cut
your
it out.
the seeds here and this here.
Just take the knife.
So we'll do that with all of them.
Right.
Now, depending on how big your cucumber is, you may only want to use 2 of these because I think we all like kind of big cucumbers. So we may only want to use 2 of these, and the rest of them we can snack on. So again, we're gonna cut out the seeds.
How are you doing, Calvin?
All right.
Great.
They're all over the place.
Donna and Ricardo's having a great time over there.
The cucumbers are flying all over the place.
And it's not the end of the world if you leave in the seeds. It's not a big deal. You can eat the seeds. They're not bad for you. We're just trying to get some of the water out of it. So that's the reason. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this in half again, our little things, right, like that. So we're gonna take 2 of them and cut them in half down the middle. You see how that is? Like this. So now we've got little like long fingers, right? And then we're gonna cut those into little pieces. So we're just gonna keep our hands. We're gonna go slow, right? And keep our hands away from the knife.
All right, be careful.
Right. So you want the pieces to be about, see how small that is? You want kind of small pieces.
You want small pieces. Come on.
Right, so you just keep cutting that until you get to the end of this. So this will have a little bit of crunchiness to our salad.
Come on.
That's not cutting.
Small pieces.
How you doing, Jermaine?
Okay.
No, she just started. She got getting in big pieces.
Okay.
Because she can't stand up and do this. She has to sit down.
Right, that's
yeah,
fine.
It's hard. It's fine. We're not in any rush here. This is what we're doing today. We're making a salad.
Donna, how are you coming along?
But
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
All right, I won't ask.
But we just got our seeds out, and now
Okay.
she's getting ready to cut them.
Okay,
Okay, yeah, that's
so this is what it'll look like, right? You see how but I'll do it again. We're gonna do it again. So we're gonna take our, right? So once the seeds are out, see the seeds are out. We're gonna cut it down the middle. So we have a long piece in half.
Cut this off.
See that?
This part off.
Right? So they all look like this. Does everyone see it? So they look like this, kind
Okay.
of skinny.
I think some of us are still getting
Okay.
the seeds out.
All right. I think Calvin's already done with his whole salad
Too
now.
big.
He's finished. He's done.
We'll see.
Yeah.
What you got, Calvin? Let me see what you have.
So I'm not gonna use all of mine for mine because I think I've got a big cucumber, so I'm only gonna use about half of them. But let me know how you're doing there, Donna. You doing okay? You see how I'm doing it though? You cut it down the middle,
Cut it
And then
down
you-
the middle.
then you put them all together, right? So they're all kind of lined up, and that way you can cut them all at the same time, right? You have them all together and you cut. See that? Like that. How are we doing, everybody? Everyone's suspiciously
Everybody's coming
quiet.
along. Calvin, are you okay? You got yours all cut up?
Yeah.
He's ready. He's ready.
Very good. Donna, are you ready now? You
Yeah, she got some of them cut up.
Okay. So what we're gonna do then
Okay.
is we're gonna
All
whatever's
right,
cut.
looks good. Looks good.
Yeah. So we're gonna put that in. We're gonna put that in with our tuna, right?
Get your cucumber in the bowl with your tuna, Jennifer said.
Yeah. And you don't have to use all of it if you think there's too much. So I used about half of mine because mine had a big cucumber.
Put it in there, Jermaine.
Right. So I'm gonna just have a
Put
snack.
it in the bowl.
You asked the question.
Will we put it in tuna?
Yeah. Put it on with the tuna. See, we have it with the tuna.
Put it in the bowl with the tuna.
Here we go.
All right. Calvin's got his in the bowl. What about you, Donna? Have you gotten to putting the cucumbers, dicing them up and putting them in the bowl yet?
Is she still slicing?
Okay.
No slicing. Okay.
Okay.
We'll wait.
That's all the
All
bottom.
right, Jermaine.
Everybody has sous chefs. Very jealous. You all have assistants helping you.
So the assistance needs assistance.
Okay.
I'm dealing with cataract.
Oh, that's perfect. That looks great. That looks great, Donna. Put it all in with the tuna. Excellent. Good job.
Okay. Oh, Jermaine, Okay, she's got it.
You got your tuna.
All right,
You can just add your cucumbers to that.
Okay.
So, Jermaine, do you have just one small can of tuna, or do you have two?
Keep down. Put some.
Two. Perfect. Okay, good. Great. So I just want to make sure we don't have to adjust the recipe. Okay. Are we ready to move on to the green onions? How's everybody doing? Okay. So the next thing we need are 3 green onions. Or Donna, you have your onions, so we'll cut your onions.
Green onion.
So this, I'll show you. I'll demonstrate the green onions first.
Yeah, if you don't have the green onions, you can use the regular onions.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, Jermaine's got the green onions. Calvin, do you have the green onions, or are you going to use the regular onion like this?
Okay. Well, I'll demonstrate both. So this is the green onion, right? So I'll rinse that off. I'm going to use just 3 because mine have pretty chunky green onions, right? They're pretty big. So with that, all we're going to do is kind of like what we just did with the cucumber, right? We're going to cut those. So we're just going to go like, can we see that? We're just going to go and cut all the way down. Cut all the way through. Right? So they'll look like little tiny circles. Right? They'll look like little tubes. We're cutting the little tubes. Okay? So we'll just keep cutting those.
Here, cut. Cut.
So just cut those all the way down. And Donna, I'll show you how to cut the onion in just a second. Okay, but again, we're going to keep our fingers away from the knife. We're not in any hurry. We can go nice and slow.
We have a dull knife.
Be very careful.
Yeah.
Calvin, are you putting any onions in your dish?
Nope. He's leaving out the onion. So then you can, sometimes recipes only call for like the white part of the onion, but this one we're going to use all of it. White or the green. Sometimes it says, it might say what you need. But this we're going to use the whole thing. Just keep going all the way down. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to stop. I'm just going to leave the little bulbs at the bottom. We won't use those.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to...
Donna has cut up the regular onions.
Oh, you did that. That looks great, Donna. Maybe cut them a little bit smaller.
No, that's what I was
Just a little bit smaller. You want them just a little, because you don't want big hunks and pieces when you chop into it. So you want it to be a little bit smaller. But you did a great job, though. That was really good. So what that's like we said, right? You can, if you don't have this, you can substitute with a regular onion. You can substitute with a shallot. So I'm going to put this, once that's done, I'm going to put that in with our tuna again, right? So here's our tuna.
You're not doing the white part, you say?
Yeah, use a little bit of the white, but not the whole thing. I have about, I'll show you mine. I kind of went, when it started to get too white, I just stopped. Right. So I didn't use that part, the very, very bottom, the big bulb part of it, I didn't use.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I think we're all good. We're all on the, we're all ready to move on to the dill.
Oh, right.
So, Jermaine, do you have fresh dill or do you have dried dill? Were you able to get it? Sometimes it's hard
we had a problem with that in the store. They didn't have any fresh dill, so I had to get.
Perfect. That's perfect. So it's good to know, right? Because you can't always get stuff, so it's good to have substitutions. So again, I have my giant tree of dill, and Donna has a smaller amount of dill, and then Jermaine has dried dill, and I don't know, and Susie has dried dill. Calvin, do you have dry or fresh? So for the dry dill, we're going to put in, I'll talk about the dry first. So for the dry, we're going to put in 2 teaspoons, right? So that's our purple measuring, right? So you'll get 2 teaspoons of that, and you'll add that to your tuna.
Is this it? I can't see.
Yeah, the purple, that's it.
Purple,
yeah.
right.
And then for the fresh dill, we're going to chop it up. So Donna, wherever you are, Donna, we're going to chop this into kind of smaller bits here. It's really kind of ferny looking, right? It looks like a little fern. And we're going to do...
Donna's just got the onions.
Take 2 teaspoons and put it in the tuna?
Yep, perfect. That looks great.
Put your onions in the tuna. Calvin, do you have dill at all?
I have a question for you on the deal.
Yeah.
So on the deal, because it's like a shoestring.
Yeah.
Are we to take the string off? Let me
see. Hold it up to the camera. Let me see what you got. Yeah. So you're going to use the parts that are ferny, right? Like this. You see the ferny parts, like that.
Uh-huh.
This is what we're going to cut up. Is this part?
Okay.
Right. It looks like I don't know. It just looks funky, doesn't it?
It's like a Christmas tree.
It does, right? So you want to use this part, not the stem as much. You don't want to use the stem, you want to use the fronds. I guess we'll call that a frond. So you can see here that
Get your red bowl. Donna says she knows how to do. Okay, go ahead, girl. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to.
Calvin, are you going to add dill to yours or not? With staff.
So, Miss King, so if you don't add dill, could you add parsley?
You could add parsley. You could add cilantro, too.
Yeah. You could add parsley.
Yeah, just
or cilantro.
like that. Yeah.
So you can see, because some people don't like the taste of dill. I like the taste of, but some people don't like the taste of cilantro either. So, okay, so you want to dice it up so it's a little bit. So see how it's kind of fine. You see that?
Yeah.
Right.
And more.
Right.
Yes.
So so you have, so he's already putting in his mayo.
And more.
Calvin's right on top of it. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 for the fresh. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons, right? So that's the green. So Don is gonna use fresh. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons that we just chopped up.
See.
Right. So this green, the green one, right?
Green one.
So 2 tablespoons. We're gonna put that in here, and I'll do one more.
Yeah.
They still working on the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, we're still doing our dill over here. Jermaine's way ahead of us.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that.
Okay.
So I've got extra dill here.
Does Donna have her dill already?
She's still working.
Okay. And what about Jermaine? Is she?
The dill is in with the tuna and
The green onion and the cucumber.
Green onions?
No, we
cucumbers,
have-
okay.
put the
Okay.
green onions in.
Yes.
Yeah, put the green onions in.
onions in the
Cut up
bowl.
the dill.
Green onions go in the bowl,
Cut the dill up, Miss
and the
King.
onions go in the bowl.
Yeah, dice the dill up a little fine, okay?
Yeah.
Eat
See
the
how?
green onions.
Right. So you want to
Put
see
the
how
green
this
onions
is?
in.
See how fine that is?
Oh,
Like
okay. It looks good. That's Jermaine's green onions.
that. Okay, great. All right, so we got that. So the next thing we're going to do when everyone's ready, we're going to do our yogurt and then our mayonnaise. And I think that's where Calvin already is. He's already mixing. So for that, we're going to put in
Calvin's a little ahead of us.
How much is it?
we're going to put in a 1/4 cup, which is the purple one. It
That's
says
enough. That's
it
enough
says a
right
1/4
there.
cup on it. It's the second smallest one. So
Right.
Which one do it?
Let me see if that's
That's
so
enough.
this one.
This
This one.
that was that deal. Sour.
Okay.
Put it in.
So I'm
the-
gonna open up my yogurt first. Right, I have my yogurt, and I'm gonna put that in there.
I guess I got Greek yogurt, non-fat plain.
That's what I have
Okay.
too. That's what I
Sounds
have.
good. That's
Same thing.
great.
Perfect.
Perfect. That's exactly what the recipe calls for.
Cobana. Cobana.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Donna,
I just went to the store because I couldn't get there yesterday.
we appreciate all the effort, I tell you, so Jermaine can participate.
Okay.
Albert,
All right. So we're gonna put. So you can see I'm putting in my yogurt, right? So you want it to be level, right?
yeah.
You
So
put
here's
it
my
in
yogurt.
in here. In
Is, Donna, you put your dill in yet? Did you put your dill in yet? Or you
So
still
you put your deal in. So she said you put your deal. Did you put your deal in there?
Yeah.
in your bowl?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you
put
want to
it in
measure.
there.
So now you want to
Got
measure
your
out your
yogurt, right?
yogurt.
Yeah.
Okay, take your purple cup.
So once you measure it out, we're gonna put our 1/4 cup of yogurt in there, and then we're gonna do the same thing with our mayonnaise.
I got you. Working with you. There's your yogurt. Put your yogurt.
You got your
Take your
yogurt,
time.
Jermaine. You have your yogurt in there.
this the yogurt we getting ready to put it in. You said
Yep. Go ahead and put it in there. You go ahead and put it
Donna,
in.
use your purple cup. That's what you need, okay?
Put it in there. Here, use this.
Your yogurt.
You gotta get it out.
I think Calvin's already having lunch. He's so
Yeah,
far ahead.
Donna's still opening the
Gary,
yogurt.
you don't know how to use it.
Calvin's mixing.
Yeah, he's mixing. Okay.
Okay.
So what we're
Donna's
gonna,
measuring
so
it.
just so you guys know that when we make this, so we're gonna make the salad, and then we can.
Okay.
I'm gonna demonstrate how you can use it for 3 different meals. Okay. So you don't have to do all those, but I'll demonstrate all 3. Does everyone have their getting their yogurt in there?
Okay, I see. Okay,
Yep,
Donna,
great.
I
Donna,
see.
it looks perfect. So you can put that in your
Right.
Put it
tuna.
in there.
Yeah, put it on in
Put
there.
it in your bowl.
Uh-huh.
Jermaine's got hers in the bowl.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so I'm gonna then we're gonna do the same thing with the mayonnaise, right?
I put it in there.
Very
So-
good. Now you gotta get your mayonnaise and put it in your purple measuring cup, okay?
So then I just put my mayonnaise. So this is my mayonnaise, right? Just you want, and again, if you don't want to use mayonnaise, you can just use all yogurt if you wanted to. Sometimes too you could mash up an avocado and put an avocado in instead for a little different flavor. So, and you want to use kind of a reduced calorie one because you don't want to have quite so much fat. Right.
You're not doing anything. Come on.
Okay, so she has low.
Okay.
She has
Okay,
something called light mayonnaise.
Perfect. That's just perfect.
That's good.
Perfect.
Now she wants to put some put it in the purple measuring cup, okay? Make sure it's nice and level and everything.
Right. So our purple
Take your
measuring
time,
cup is
sweetie.
on.
I gotta open that up.
Yeah.
Calvin, did you put your mayonnaise in already?
I think he's already got.
Yeah.
He's stirring it. He's
Okay.
stirring it up there.
Okay.
So once we get that in there, we're gonna put a tablespoon. When everyone's ready, we'll put a
You
tablespoon
got brother here. You two get that.
of the mustard, right? So this is our tablespoon again, right? The green, the biggest one. The biggest one. We can see the biggest one here.
Is that the Grey Poujon?
Yeah, that works. That works great. The Dijon works great. Yep, the Grey Poupon works.
And
So-
you have
Yeah,
to
that works.
That works
Fill it
great.
up?
Yep.
Yeah. You
Okay,
want
so
to
I'm gonna-
use the green.
So I'm gonna squeeze mine into here,
Got it.
right? So again, we want it kind of level.
Okay, let me see. Did Donna get the mayonnaise in already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it in there.
Okay, now get your green spoon so you can measure out your mustard, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna put that in there. Put your mustard in next.
Go around.
Okay.
So I saw 3 different types of mustard in the store. One was real spicy.
Yeah, they have tons of different mustards. So it's really what you like. For this one, Dijon is sort of a basic kind of mustard that you use in a lot of cooking. It has a little bit of flavor. It uses, I think, wine in it. So it's got some nice flavor in it. But you can get like a spicy one. You can get the regular one like you put on a hot dog, the yellow mustard. But for this one, we're using the Dijon. There's also like one that uses honey. So it's a little bit sweeter. Okay. And then, perfect.
Okay, that's it.
That looks great. You
Okay.
pop that in there.
Dropping in.
Put your mayonnaise into your bowl.
Now she's putting in the mustard. Very good.
Take it.
Okay, and so the last thing is we're gonna put a little bit of pepper, right? So I have one that I can grind, but if you just want to measure out like 1/4 of a teaspoon, just put some in it first, and you can add some like more later. But I'll just start, just kind of sprinkle it over the top, right? So you can see I have my pepper on there on the very top.
How much pepper?
Probably do start with like 1/4 teaspoon,
Yeah, you cooking too?
because you can't take it out, right? You can only add it. So if it gets, you can always add more if you want it. So the 1/4 teaspoon is the smallest one. It's the bright blue one, the smallest one.
My smallest is purple.
That's a half of
Yeah, it's
the half.
Right.
Oh, you want us to use this?
that's
one?
it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So what you want to use a spoon?
Yeah, just a small one, or you could just put a couple pinches in there too, right? If you just want to do a couple
I
pinches,
put it in
How
there.
much pepper?
like 1/4 teaspoon, like do an eighth. Just shake it in there. Do you have like a shaker?
Then it's too much.
Right, is that too much? That looks like a half of.
Yeah, put that in there. I think that's okay. This is a pretty big thing. I think that's okay. You can also just pinch it in there if you want to, just to see. And again, we can add it a little more later if we want to.
If you want some, right.
Okay, so once we get this all in here, we're gonna stir it together.
Okay, now once you get it all up, time to mix. Calvin's mixing. Donna, you starting to mix yet?
Donna, she's starting now. She's ready. She's mixing.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Man,
very good.
the mix you go around like
So
this.
I used way too small of a bowl myself, so it's hard for me to mix. So, all right, it's smelling good though, with the dill in there. So you just want to make sure it's well mixed, that everything's coated with the mayonnaise and the yogurt, and that everything's evenly distributed.
Okay.
Just like you do to Mix it just like you do.
Okay, so once it's mixed, let's take a taste of it, everybody, just to see if we like it.
Okay, Calvin, you can taste yours if you finish mixing yours. See how it tastes. Donna's still mixing. Take a little bit and see how it tastes.
So I'm gonna taste mine too. That's good, right? So it's a little bit crunchy, right, with the cucumber. It has the dill, which I think is nice.
You don't know how to taste. Here, take it. Take it.
Okay, are we all mixed? What do you think?
How's it taste to you, Calvin?
You like it?
Trust me.
Good?
Donna just put some pepper in Donna's.
Yeah, so you can add a little, again, if you want a little spice, you could add some pepper. If you don't want it spicy at all, you could leave out the pepper.
That's one thing about a chef. You always have to taste your cooking. Make sure.
Over there. Over there.
Okay.
Put a smile on your face when you're tasting it, baby.
Okay, you guys, so now this is the basis
Taste
for,
yours. Did Jermaine taste hers?
yeah, she did.
Yes, I did taste mine.
Okay.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Donna, did you taste yours?
Yeah, it's not my.
So Ricardo's tasting it too. Okay, so we can make, with this tuna salad, we can make,
So you don't add any sugar?
no sugar. No
I
sugar.
mean, just a little.
No, we don't want to add sugar. No sugar.
I don't
So,
think I like this.
so what we're gonna do with
Alternate
this,
the recipe, Mr. Ricardo.
so with this we
Donna,
can,
tell him no sugar.
no sugar. So we're gonna use this recipe, we can use it, we can make 3 different meals out of it, okay? So I'm gonna demonstrate 3 different things. So the first one is we're gonna stuff a tomato, okay? So you see I have kind of a big tomato here, and if you don't have one, I'll just demonstrate it, and maybe you want to try this another time, okay, if you don't have the tomato. So, because I don't know if anyone's going to do this. So with the tomato, right, I'll rinse it off, okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut.
Donna has a tomato.
Okay, so Donna, so what you want to do is you're going to cut, like see how you can cut the circle?
Yeah, rinse it off first, and then that's right. She's a little bit behind, but they're coming.
Right, so we can cut well, maybe we just cut the top off of it. So you cut the top off so the top is flat. See how it's flat? Okay.
Okay.
Last stuff, yeah.
So when you do that, then what we're going to do is we're going to scoop out the insides, which really it's just seeds, right?
Oh, I gotta get spoon.
All right, so I'm going to take the seeds out. I'm just going to put mine in the sink. I'll show you what it looks like. So you kind of have to see how it scoops out. It's kind of wet, and then the inside is empty now. Right.
Okay.
So you want to just make sure you scrape kind of all the little membrane part out and the piece of it out.
Okay.
All right. So if it's empty,
do this easy.
and then I'm going to fill this. Then I'm going to fill the tomato with our filling here, right, with the salad.
It's not coming
So
out
I'll use
easy.
about a quarter of this. I don't know, it depends on how big your tomato is, right?
My tomato is juicy.
Yeah, mine is too. So you're gonna stuff that. You're gonna stuff that in there,
Okay.
right? And you can have it stick out the top, right? Because my tomato's not that big, right?
Hey, but Donna, how are you with your tomatoes?
What did she
And then my husband got it.
There we go. So
All
very
right,
good.
then. All right. Husband, bring that tomato back. She can scoop it out, scoop out the middle with a spoon. You got the spoon?
Right.
Okay, give me a spoon.
Right, and so the middle part looks like this, right? It's just sort of it's where the stem goes in, and where you have all the
Is
seeds.
she using a measuring spoon? Or
No, like a big, like this kind of a spoon, like a metal spoon, that kind
Yeah,
of
your
spoon.
metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't do
And if you want to, you could have, before we started this, you could have cut a little bit off the bottom of the tomato, just make it flat, and then it'll sit on a plate, right? So,
There you go.
right, very nice.
Okay.
Oh, very
okay.
nice, very
Jermaine's
excellent.
got hers. That looks good.
So what you could do with this, right? You could put a little side salad with it. You could have a little bit of fruit with it, and then you have a whole meal, right? Right. So this is the one way to make it. So this is the stuffed tomato part.
Right. think we're waiting for Donna to scoop her insides,
Yeah, we'll see how she does that. But I'll demonstrate all the other ones too, just so you see. But this way, it's nice to have something you can use a couple different ways, because you could make this once and save it, and maybe have it one way for dinner one night and for lunch the next day in a different way.
Right. Okay, Donna, did you get the middle out of your tomatoes yet?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. Then she wants to put some of the salad there. Oh, let's see.
Let us see.
Oh, that looks good. Excellent.
Oh, great.
Good job. That looks great.
Great.
All right, so we have our stuffed tomatoes. Anyway, I think it's kind of nice. All right, so that's the first one. So next, I'm going to do the wrap. So for those of us who were here last week, right, we used wraps last week, right? So we used our tortillas. So we're going to do a tortilla kind of thing with this too. And you don't have to do this if you don't have it. So I'm just going to demonstrate it if you don't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you have it too? Okay, great. Everyone's going to make it. I love all you guys.
Okay, so you want to, Donna bought it all. So you want to take one of the tortillas out of the package, Donna.
Yeah, take one.
Calvin, did you buy tortillas or not? If not, just watch, okay?
Yeah. So tortillas are grain, right?
They're what?
So tortillas are great. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to slice up a tomato. So we're going to put tomatoes on it, right? So I'm going to take my tomato and I'm going to do a couple slices, right? So can you all see that?
Yeah,
slicing,
we can see.
Slicing the tomato. So maybe 3 or 4 slices, maybe 3 slices, and then I'm going to cut them in half so that they can fit in this thing. So they'll look like little half moons, right? So I'll have little half moon pieces, right?
Okay. Let's see if Donna has an extra tomato, another second tomato.
Does it have to be divine tomato, or can it be?
It can be however you want to do it. It can even be, you can even use like the cherry tomatoes on this. Anything you want to do. It can be a small tomato.
We got cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, you can use cherry tomatoes. You can just chop those up.
Cherry tomatoes
Yeah.
And just cut them up, right?
You really for the salads and that kind of thing, you can use really any tomato you have. For the stuffed one, you want something big that you can fill up. For those, that's the only thing. So don't worry about whatever you have. And the other thing we're going to put in here is an avocado.
Did anybody get an avocado?
Yeah.
Okay, so avocados, you don't sound excited. Avocados can be kind of tough, right? You have to make sure they're ripe. And so the darker they are, right? This is pretty dark.
That's the thing. I didn't know how to buy avocado.
So if it's you might not be ripe yet. So maybe don't use it. Let it sit on the counter for a few days, and then you can use it. But this is okay without the avocado, because what you can do for this, if you want to, you could add in chopped carrots if you wanted to. You can do lettuce. Really whatever. If you have some peppers left over, you could add some peppers to it. You can just put any vegetables you want in this. So if you don't have avocado and you have something else, great, you can use that. You could use some more cucumber if you wanted to. But I'll show you how to open up an avocado, okay? So for the avocado, we're going to slice it, right? We'll slice it this way, all the way around the outside. Can you see me doing that?
Can't see slicing.
Can you see that? So I cut it all the way around it, and then I open it up.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Hold on for me.
So for this, how I get the slices out, I do it when it's still in the peel.
Yeah.
So you kind of cut it all the way down into slices. Can you see that?
Show your tomatoes.
Can you see how that looks? How it's sliced?
Okay, let me see yours, Donna.
She's doing her tomatoes.
Okay.
Are you finished?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so she's gonna put those on her tortilla, Ricky and Donna.
Okay. So once I cut it in half and open it, then I'm gonna go and kind of scoop out so the slices come out. See?
Okay.
See how that is? And now see how they're individual slices.
I never tried that, huh?
It makes it a little easier, I think.
Oh, just one.
Right, so this is just half. We don't need the whole thing.
Donna, did you get a avocado?
No, we didn't get that.
So don't worry about it. It's whatever you have. And if you guys have some carrots left over, you had those carrots from last week.
Yeah, we got carrots.
You could those
lettuce.
shredded
We had
carrots.
lettuce last week.
Yeah, you could put the carrots in it.
And your lettuce. We can put lettuce as
Yeah,
well.
and this also goes for lettuce, right? So here's my lettuce, right? So I have romaine, but you all may have something different. So the first thing is, so I have all my pieces now, right? So I have, for me, I have avocado, tomato, and lettuce, and then my salad. So if you have carrots or if you have bell peppers, you can put in there. That's all good. You just want something kind of crunchy in there with the salad, with the tuna salad. I mean, the tuna or the chicken salad. So I'm gonna put my tuna salad in here, right? It's kind of down the middle. Okay.
Is that on the
So see how that goes?
Is she putting it on the tortilla?
See, I'm putting it on the tortilla. Do you see how that is on the tortilla? So that's our chicken salad on the tortilla. You can see that, right? And then you can put, I'm gonna put my lettuce there on top of it. And I'm gonna put some tomatoes on it too.
Okay, hold on.
Take your time,
Okay.
right? And I'm gonna put some avocado as well. But if you have something else, you could sprinkle your carrots on there.
Okay.
You could put bell peppers on there, right? So it's like that.
Okay,
So I have mine.
tortilla, then you got the chicken salad, and then you said the lettuce.
Lettuce or and tomato, if that's what you have. Or you could put carrots on it. You could put avocado on it. You could put peppers on it.
Let's see where Donna is.
Does it all go in the center?
Yeah, it all kind of goes in the center. And then when
Put pepper on it.
yeah, you can put
Okay.
pepper on it. And then
That's
see,
fine, if
can
that's
you
what she
see-
wants.
And
So
she
I'm
got
gonna fold
lettuce.
it up. Can you see me folding it here?
Show what
Like
you got
this
there.
and rolling it.
Put it like this,
Yeah, that looks great.
the tortilla, and then the lettuce and the
Yep.
tomatoes.
Yep, perfect.
Right, okay, yeah.
And then the way you fold it, right, is that you kind of pull one end up,
Yes, sir.
right, and then you just roll it.
You put it
together.
in mayonnaise or?
Nope, it already has mayonnaise, right? There's already mayonnaise in the
You got the mayonnaise
salad.
in the salad, in your tuna salad.
So then there it is, right?
I missed the other end.
Yeah. So you
Both ends the
just
same?
keep rolling it over.
Oh.
Just keep rolling it over.
It's gonna fall out.
It's okay if it falls out, because then you can use a fork to eat the rest of it.
Put that on each
Roll
one.
it over, roll it over, roll.
Two tomatoes on that one.
You can't be.
You have the tomato?
You gotta be gentle.
And you can dice this stuff up too if you don't want to chop it. You could dice it.
I think we got.
Put it out like this.
Sometimes we put too much stuff in there. That's what I do, and then it's kind of a fat sucker. So.
Yeah, I think that's.
But that's okay. If stuff falls out, you just use your fork and you eat it up. That's okay. Don't worry about it. No problem.
Okay.
All right. So that's
Oh,
We got it like so.
excellent. Perfect. That's good. But
Okay.
you could also eat it like you could eat it like a big taco too, right? You could just fold it in half and eat it that way.
Right.
So that's fine too. So that's this. And again, with this one, you could eat it with you could have a salad and some fruit on the side, right? So that's this one. So the last thing we're gonna make is we're gonna have it just over a green salad. Okay. So now we
We're
have
still using the tuna salad or chicken
Yeah.
salad we made.
right. So we have two so far, right? Here's our two dishes. We have the stuffed tomato
I
and then
solved my
the wrap.
roll. I put 2 picks in it.
Perfect.
Okay,
There we go.
perfect.
Perfect. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a salad.
Tuna in there. Put some tuna. Put a scoop of tuna in there on the side. We're still, we're a little behind, but we catching up.
That's okay. We can
Okay.
take our time. We're not in that big a hurry. Not in that big a
Yeah,
hurry.
I got,
Now we
So.
yeah, out here.
But the nice thing about the wrap, right, is use whatever vegetables you have at home. So if you have some extra cucumbers at home, if you have tomato at home, you could also put an apple in there if you wanted to, right? I think that might be kind of nice. You could chop up an apple
would
and
be
have
nice.
an apple in there, right? So that adds a little bit of the sweetness that Ricardo wanted.
So what about pears? Can you put pears
Yeah, you
in?
could put a pear in there. That would be really nice. So you could even put, I think, like, I have this baby orange, right? The little orange segments. Here it is. You could put some of the little oranges in there.
Okay.
Some little pieces. So you can be kind of creative with it, right? You have our base, which is the tuna salad, and then try to use what you have at home to make it to something that you really like, right? Okay, so how are you doing there, Ricardo? You got your wrap?
Yeah, show your wrap.
Perfect. Oh, that was great. Excellent.
Great, that's good.
All right. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do it as a salad. So I have my avocados left over, so I'm going to put some avocados. I'm going to chop them up into smaller pieces, right, that I already did. And I have the tomatoes left over, right, for my other things, so I can use some of those tomatoes. You know, I have carrots in the fridge I could use. I can use cucumbers. So kind of whatever you have, we're going to do that. And so we can, and so what we'll do is we'll shred up our lettuce, right? So we can just tear it and put it on the plate. So for each serving you use about 2 cups, but that's just general. You can't have too much lettuce. Let's face it. If you have more than 2 cups, don't worry about it. It'll be good for you.
Right, it's fine.
Right. And you know, you can get the lettuce kind of in a bag, right? So you can just, that's already chopped up, or that's little pieces, right? The baby lettuce. You can use that too. And so this doesn't have a dressing on it really, because the salad, the tuna has a dressing. If you wanted to, you could squirt some lemon juice on it. But I actually don't think this needs a dressing. I think that this tuna salad has all that with the mayonnaise and everything. There's a lot of flavor already there. Okay, so then I have this, right? So I'm gonna sprinkle my cut vegetables. So here's my avocado and my tomato. And then if I have cucumber, I actually snacked on my cucumber, so that was my bad. So you could put cucumber on it. You could chop up some carrots and put it on it. I also have, the recipe calls for almonds, so I have some slivered almonds. I like to put nuts on my salads. So for that, we're going to do a 1/4 cup. Well, for this, we'll only put like a teaspoon. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on top, right? So I'll sprinkle the nuts on top of that. So this will add another little crunchy. And if we wanted to, right, we could put some fruit in this, like we talked about with the other thing, right? We could put some orange segments in here. Do I have my orange? Yeah, so I have my orange. I might put some oranges in there. Put some orange in there. I like to put fruit in my salads. I put fruit in my salads a lot.
Yeah.
I put a lot of like strawberries and oranges and blueberries.
Blueberries.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna put some oranges in here.
Cranberries.
Yeah. So here's my orange, and then I'm gonna put, right, so there's my salad. You see that? Right, so I have a nice green salad, and this has.
I got lost after you canned the lettuce.
Yeah,
and
so
then you did tomatoes.
I did tomatoes. I did avocados. Yep.
That looks good.
That looks great. That looks great, Donna. And then you.
Great.
And so really, Jermaine, you can put anything on here you want to. So I have this one has.
I found in the store, because you all said something about chocolate. So this is almonds, dark chocolate.
Ready?
Okay, well that's actually more of a
Almonds
snack.
already have chocolate on them.
Yeah, so that we would use for something else. We won't put that on our salad. We'll use that for a snack.
Okay.
I have sliced. I have slivered almonds, but you know, dark chocolate almonds are a nice snack, right? Because the dark chocolate, it has high in antioxidants. So that's a good one, but that's something you'll want to watch portion size.
Okay, so you just did the lettuce, and you did tomatoes, and what else did you do?
I had avocados. I had an orange. So you don't have an avocado, but you could put avocados on it. If you have any carrots, you could put carrots on it.
Or any cucumbers left too.
Mixed fruit.
Mixed fruit, yeah, you could put some mixed fruit on it. Put a little bit of that on it. You know, you could put some grapes on it. I think grapes would be really nice. I think that the fruit goes really nicely with this tuna salad. So whatever fruit. So you can kind of be creative with it, right? You can put it on to what you have. So you don't have to, you know, we have a recipe, right, that we can follow, but you don't have to follow it exactly. You know, kind of improvise with what you have at home that are still healthy fruits and vegetables. Okay. So I'm gonna then once you do that, we're gonna put the tuna salad on top.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that goes on top, right? So that'll be like, again, about 1/4 of whatever we made will go on there. Right. So here we have,
Miss King,
right?
Miss King, I'm gonna have to go because I gotta get William to the bowling alley.
Okay.
Well, but she did
we
make
understand.
She made a what you call it? She made a salad and a tuna. She's gonna put it in a plastic bag for later.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna
And
put
put
some
it in the
shredded
fridge.
cheese on it.
And put it in the fridge so it can stay cold.
Okay, put it in the refrigerator. She said.
Yeah,
Gotta put it in the fridge. She's not gonna eat it now. Put it in the fridge. Okay.
Thank y'all so much for the class.
All right.
Thank
see ya.
you. We'll see you next Sunday.
All right.
Okay, that looks
Alright,
that looks
that
good.
looks good.
That looks good. That looks good, Jermaine. That's perfect.
Okay.
Right? So we
That does look good.
so we used our salad 3 ways, right? We have the tuna, the
Yeah.
dill over a green salad with whatever we want, and then we have the stuffed, right? The stuffed tomato and the wrap. Okay, we made a lot of
So we
stuff.
took that
So now
one dish. We
so-
took that one dish
dish.
and made 3 different things.
3 different
Yes.
meals, right?
Wow.
Right, okay. You
Okay.
got it all. Very good. Vanessa, do you ever make chicken salad or tuna salad, Vanessa?
That's a word.
I made, well, when I'm at my mom's, I probably make chicken salad with a wrap.
And the wrap.
Okay, that's good. And now you can show mom how she can stuff it to what? Tomatoes now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or she can just put
I
it
got
on
a
a regular
question.
whole salad.
If you have some yogurt left over
Yeah.
from us making this,
Yeah, I can have yogurt.
Mhm.
you put the rest of it
I can have mayonnaise.
Yeah, you can put it in the fridge, and you could use it and you use it for something else. Because I think we're going to use it again in a couple weeks. But if not, you could use it with some fruit. You can mix it in with some honey, and then you could have some fruit with it. Yep, perfect.
Okay, yeah, but mixed fruit. She's got mixed fruit.
But maybe add a little bit of honey and cinnamon to it and mix it with the fruit. It'd be nice.
Okay.
Because I have some left over too. I have some left over. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do our ants on a log. So we're doing a lot of stuff today. So for the first one is, I think we've all heard of this ants on a log, right? That uses,
This is okay.
Right.
right? It uses celery, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it uses raisins.
Your man.
And then, where's my peanut butter?
And peanut butter.
And peanut butter, right?
Peanut butter.
Okay.
Salad.
So this is a classic one I think we all had as kids. All right, so we're just going to take one celery stalk, right? So rip that off.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to rinse it because for some reason celery is always dirty. always
Yes,
got
I
dirt in
agree. Very dirty.
It's always
You
got
have to
dirt in
wash
it.
it with a lot of-
Okay.
That tells us it comes up from the ground.
Okay. And so
Okay.
we'll wait for Jermaine to catch up with us here.
I-
Oh, did we lose Calvin too?
Yeah, Calvin's gone.
Okay.
How much calories do you use?
Okay,
It's
so
now it's 2:11, so I don't know whether they had something scheduled or not.
well, we are.
So it's
Wait,
just
we're
Jermaine
going-
and Vanessa.
We're running
How
long
much
here.
calorie are you using?
Just one stalk.
How much-
One stalk.
Oh, okay. There's one stop.
Okay. So we're gonna cut off. You can see it always has this part.
Jerry, this.
So we'll cut that part off.
What is that?
So cut the end off.
Cut the end.
We'll cut the two ends off. Right. And then we're gonna cut it in half. Right. So we're gonna have 2 pieces basically. All right. And so we don't have to measure, but we can kind of eyeball it. But we're gonna
Okay.
want about a tablespoon of peanut butter on each side. Right. So,
Is this, which one is?
but so this like
The
right this
tablespoon is the,
is this one, right? Is this size.
let me see.
So 2 tablespoons is this pink one, right? This is about the amount of peanut butter we're going to use between the 2. Right? So that's the amount that we're going to use. Yeah, but we're going to use that between the 2 sides. That's quite a bit of peanut butter, really. So I'm just going to eyeball it here.
Yeah,
But-
this is the tables.
Yeah, so that's about a tablespoon, right?
Okay.
Tablespoon. Tablespoon. So what you're going to do is you're just going to spread it inside our, it's kind of hard. Mine has a very small little opening. Okay.
Yeah, this one does too.
Okay. I think I might not need as much peanut butter. But so there we go, right? So there's the kind of load it up.
You're gonna have to spread that. See if you can spread that.
And then
Okay.
we're going to do it on both sides, right? So then put the peanut butter on the other side too. So we have little bits of peanut butter on both. Kind of fill up that little trough. Both of us, I think we have kind of skinny little openings.
Yeah, it didn't.
That's okay. I mean, the peanut butter gives us some protein and some flavor, but we don't need a ton of it really. Okay, so that's that.
Not doing.
Okay. All right. And then we're going to
Okay.
then we have our raisins. So we'll use about we'll kind of sprinkle a few raisins on top. I have golden raisins. I don't have the brown ones. Right, I have golden raisins. So you can just kind of press them on there like little ants.
Right. Vanessa, have you ever made this dish, ants on a log?
Long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I
Long
made a
time
long
ago.
time ago too. I haven't made it as an
Yeah.
adult.
Usually when I taught in daycare, we used to do this activity.
Yeah. But it's good, we forget how. Okay, so here I'll put this on a plate for us. So that's
Yeah.
so kind of a simple one, but it's it'll fill you up because it's got the protein in there, right?
Right.
Right. So we have our little
There
ants
you
on the
go.
log. You
Yeah.
see that?
Doing is good. This is messy.
It is a little messy. Okay, so the other one I'm going to show, if you guys don't have a banana, I'll just demonstrate it. We can do the same kind of thing, but we'll do it with the banana. Okay. So I have my banana. So I'm going to do half a banana. So I have half of my
And
banana.
the only thing that went on the celery was just was it?
Let's see how you look. Let's see how you look. Jermaine, you hold it up.
We haven't even got it done yet.
That's okay. There's no rush.
Yeah, yeah.
I tend to get hurried. You have to slow me down. Oh, that looks perfect.
Oh,
That looks
okay,
great.
looks
Yeah,
great.
that's
Looks
perfect. That's just
good.
what it's supposed to be. Great. So we're gonna do the same thing now with the banana, right? So I have my banana. I'm just using a half a banana, and I'm gonna cut it down the center. Can you see? Cutting it down the center like this,
Eating all this.
right? So again, you don't have to do, but this is something else you can try, right? Like that's similar, like the other part. And so again, I'm gonna put the peanut butter on top. Whoops. It's kind of harder to put it on but the banana's kind of slimy. There we go.
I do cream cheese.
That was on,
No, my mother taught me cream cheese. Yeah, my mother taught me cream cheese.
All right, so I'm gonna try. It's much harder to put it on a banana than it is to put it on a.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right, and so for this one, for this one, there we go. Now I got it.
Yeah.
That's not an easy thing to do. So I'm gonna I have some dried coconut. So I'm gonna put dried coconut on this, but you could put you could put some dark chocolate chips if you wanted to. You could probably if you chopped up those the dark almonds, you could put those on there if you chopped them up. But I'm just gonna sprinkle mine with some coconut. Right. Right, so I have mine. So then this is another snack, right? This is a little different than the other one. But you could put raisins on this too. Right, so we have, let's see. So there we go. Let me see that.
Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Looks good.
Yeah. So there we go.
Very
So I'm going to
good.
try that. Actually haven't made this one, so I'm going to try that. That's good. I love banana and peanut butter though.
Now the celery, my mother used to tell me to take, I think it was cream cheese, and put cream cheese on the celery and eat it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And then
that's
she used
another
to take the chop up, is it crab meat?
Oh my goodness. That sounds
Great.
good.
That's a little
Let
more
us know when
elegant.
you're having that. We'll come over. I'll come over.
Okay, so that's what we made today. We made a lot of stuff today. So thanks for hanging in there with us, Vanessa, from the beginning and to the end.
I didn't think we were gonna be able to do it.
No, but you made everything, right? So I know,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but my dinner's,
there you go.
my dinner is done. So very nice.
Yeah, dinner's done for today.
So I'm going to mail out new recipes tomorrow for the next 2 weeks. So next week we're going to make build your own tacos, and let's see. Oh, and then we're going to make guacamole. So
Right.
so hold on to your avocado for next week. Let it sit there, and it should be right by next week. So we'll use it next week.
Let it get in the sun or out?
Just let it on the counter.
Yeah. Right.
But don't.
Let it get.
The problem that I tend to have with avocados is that I touch them too much. to test if they're done, and then they start to bruise. So
Right.
if you just let it sit there, you'll see it'll start to turn a darker, like it'll start to turn from that green to a black, and that's
Like
when you
a
know it's
rosy.
about done.
Okay.
So